Hello, beautiful souls. I hope that you're doing great. And again, if you're not doing great, everything is okay. Don't panic. Today, I would like to talk more about boundaries. I think that this is one of those subjects that simply I can't emphasize enough the importance of setting healthy boundaries. I need to put an accent on that healthy because I see that many people still confuse and there will be always people who will confuse it. What does healthy boundary mean? They confuse it with building walls around them, which is not a boundary. And before I continue to talk about this subject, I would like to present myself in case if you're new to my channel. My name is Rina. I'm sharing insights about life, and everything that I'm sharing with you is based on my experience, knowledge, education, and many of the things that simply I want to share for you for free with you. If you find any of things that I am doing useful, then please consider to subscribe to my channel. Give me your feedback, because according to YouTube and algorithms, it is so important, and especially it is important for me because I have no clue about algorithms, but it is important for me to continue doing what I am doing and sharing free content with you. And in case that you are not new to my channel, yay! Hey there, we know each other already, right? Welcome back! So boundaries. I can't stress enough the importance of setting healthy boundaries in life. It's a must. Please, don't let anyone tell you that it's selfish. It is not selfish, but self-love. And one of those things that I see that simply people confuse it is that what does it mean actually setting a healthy boundary? Well, for an instance, every time that you say yes to others but no to yourself, every time you stay somewhere where you're misunderstood or mistreated are just some of those indicators that you are crossing that line. There will be people who will say, oh, but those who are not respecting me should start respecting me. Those people need to change. No, dear, you can't change others, and don't expect from others to change. People change only when they want to change, but that's not your concern. Remember that everything starts with ourselves and self-love. When you start loving yourself, you will understand the importance of setting healthy boundary. Once you set your healthy boundaries and high standards, you will be surprised how many people will simply disappear from your life. Especially those who had some kind of benefit from your luck. Don't blame them, because if you didn't know your boundaries, people don't know your boundaries, so don't expect them to know your boundaries if you didn't know them in the first place. And don't get upset, because it's kind of win-win situation. You stay true to yourself, and those people will disappear from your life. It's a kind of win-win situation, and that's what you want. And of course, that there will be those people who will be upset for setting your boundaries. How dare you to change? Well, that's what you want, dear. Accept that. Don't take it personally, because accept it like a natural order of things. Once you set your boundaries, once you start respecting yourself, your body is your home, and it's so important. Not just physical well-being, but also mental well-being, and boundaries are important for your mental health. Okay, you want to be at peace with yourself. Once you learn your boundaries, you will start to have completely different, you will vibrate differently, your energy field will be different, and that is an excellent way to clear your circle who surround you, to let go of everything and anything that is simply stealing your peace, and to create more space for new people coming into your life. If you don't get rid of everything that is dragging you down, don't expect miracles to happen, It is so important to know the difference between creating your boundaries, to distinguish the difference between creating your boundaries and building walls around you. You don't want walls. When you build walls, it means that you are letting your fear to guide you. And your fears are products of your thoughts that maybe are based on past experience. You are afraid that maybe you're going to be hurt again, or that you are going to... Fears are always fears, and there is always some kind of fear behind when you build a wall around you. You want boundaries. You want to be able to speak up for yourself, to... those boundaries come from self-love when you see that you are losing yourself, or that you simply have no respect for yourself anymore. It is time to, step back and to speak up, to say, okay, you are crossing my boundaries right now, and I don't want that. Let's talk about this to see what we can do to improve our relationship, any kind of. You must be able to vocalize. That is so important. Communication is so important, and to speak up for yourself. Many people go through life with hiding or bending their head down when they confront a situation like that. It's because simply we are programmed from day one to please others, to serve others, to do everything for others. There is always a focus on other people. No, dear, step back and change your beliefs. Change those beliefs that simply don't serve you. Focus on yourself. What does make you feel good? Do it. Always question, how do you feel? And like I said, when you establish your healthy boundaries, you must be vocal about that. You just can't expect that people read your mind. No one is mind reader. So you must say, okay, you are now crossing my boundaries. Like I said before, communication is key. And if you see that nothing has changed towards you from that person, that you think about someone, then it's time to move on. You can't expect from people to change, but you can always change people around you. So be your number one, set healthy boundaries, and love yourself so much that you never allow any kind of mistreatment in your life. I see that many people, maybe you are one of them, have stayed in abusive relationships. I'm not talking just about physical abuse, I'm talking about mental abuse that can be even worse for your mental health. I see many people are staying in relationship thinking, confusing it for love. It's another stuff. Please keep in mind that emotional abuse is very dangerous. It doesn't leave visible marks on your skin, but it leaves marks on your heart, soul, and it will reflect on your health. So please take care of yourself and start loving yourself, because no one will love you unless you learn how to love yourself. No one will respect your limits until you start to set your limits and to start respecting them and vocalize your limits. Until you don't do that, don't expect miracles to happen in your life. And start questioning your beliefs. Don't focus on other people. Always ask yourself, how do you feel? If you feel that you are not at peace, that you're restless, that it's time for self-reflection always. Nothing is so serious, so please, everything is possible to change. And change always starts with you. So always ask yourself, how do you feel? Am I staying true to myself, or am I trying to please someone, but on cost of my inner peace? And even in a situation that you can't change people around you, whether we talk about business or in home, there is always a solution. Then start changing your attitude towards that someone or people around you. Change is always possible, but like I said, don't expect from others to change. Rather, always focus on yourself and change all those things that simply steal your peace, until you can move from that situation to some better place. Please choose always people who are good for your health, mental health, those who will support you, those who will bring out the best in you, not stressing you. Simply choose your people. Choose people who vibe like you. That is your tribe. Please, I hope that this video made you think a bit more about boundaries in case that you didn't have your boundaries, to set them, to start loving yourself. Everything starts from there. And till my next video, I will continue to love you. Now I'm going to do this same video but only in Spanish.
I think we are celebrating me.
This is going to be my first video in Spanish, so wish me luck. And I will continue to love you even in Spanish.